Good afternoon. So here we are, Friday afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me. I have my new technology in place. So I have no idea if you can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can see what's on my table, but I'll wait for somebody to join and then hopefully we'll be good to go. I just need to know really that that it is working and that you can hear me. So let me have a look. Ah, Jeanette is there. Hi Jeanette. Would you let me know if you can hear me okay? Please. Because my microphone and camera in a completely different position. So oh, Katie can. Excellent. Jolly good. Looks and sounds good. Okay, and the good thing is this particular camera doesn't have autofocus. So it should overcome the issues of focusing on my hands or whatever else is in front of me. And also I'm not using my phone, so I don't have the technical issues of my phone. So I have a webcam plugged directly into my computer. Thanks to the lovely Sam DC, and also Jen Bucklow, two of my team. So both of those have converted to using webcams, and I've always used my phone but had, as you know, some issues with it. So I've converted to this, and let's see if that gives us a better experience. Okay, so for today I'm opening a new card kit called Simply Citrus, and literally I haven't opened it before. As you can see, it's still completely sealed. So this is my card kit in the box, so kit, sorry, not class in the box, for August. So each month I will be featuring a kit suitable for beginners. So if you know somebody who would like to give card making a go but doesn't have any supplies, for example, then the Stampin' Up kits are perfect because you can send them as is, and they have everything inside them. They might need a pair of scissors to cut ribbon and things like that, but they include dimensionals and glue dots, instructions, all the card bases, all of the embellishments, and usually you have plenty left over that you can use for other things. Excuse me. And it features its own stamp set. So there's no guessing, I'm going to keep this one here, that this is all about fruit. But I saw it in the catalogue, it's right at the beginning, and it just features some fun, bright, summery images, and that's, you know, this is what we need at this time of the year. So we have a Night of Navy ink pad. We have the stamps. So this says, way to go, just a note, hello sunshine, thanks for being you. And then we've got a lemon, and this obviously could be, well, it could be a lemon, a lime. This could be an orange slice, a lemon slice, a lime slice, some leaves, some tiny little flowers. Okay, so you get the stamp set to use, and you also get a block. So this is perfect. Now I know you ladies watching, Jeanette and Katie, are experienced crafters. So this may not suit you, but if you know of somebody that might be interested in getting into card making, look at those fab envelopes, then this would be a nice kit to send to somebody. Equally, if you're going away on holiday and you wanted something to take with you, then you could take this entire box and you'd have everything you need to do your cards. So first of all, let's see, we have envelopes. So a selection of those and those. Love that line. I think it's printed. Yeah, it's actually printed on the reverse of the envelope. Then we have a large sheet of dimensionals, so that's bigger than our normal sheet. We have some twine, if I can get this out. So this looks like, could be Calypso Coral and White, Baker's Twine. And then the cutest little flowers. Now these remind me of the flowers that came in the Boho Indigo set. So if I can see what they're made of. So they're like almost like a plastic, but they're very cute and they're slightly bent up, which gives you a little bit of dimension. Now I'm hoping you've been able to see that, and I've resolved that horrible focusing issue. Yes, that is good. Okay. And then we have, oops, some cards here. Some bits tucked inside to keep them nice and flat. So we have 3 of those with the lemons and, I suppose they could be grapefruit, couldn't they? 3 of the Calypso with the dots. 3 of mint macaron, I think. I'm wondering if it's just jade. And then 3 of the green, which looks like garden green to me. So these are white inside, so no need for extra inserts, but they've got a coloured back and a coloured front. And obviously you could cut this down and use this on other cards as well if you wanted to. And then the last set of 3 cards is Mango Melody. Look at that. So that makes 15 cards by my calculation. 5 different designs, 3 of each. And then we have some panels, like so, and some die cuts here, like so, and then some more die cuts here, and these are stitched. I'm not sure if you can see that, but they're stitched. Let's angle it slightly, you might see it better. Then we have some mini glue dots, so you'll just peel off the back and then it's got double-sided adhesive, a block, and then right at the bottom, so if somebody's opening for this first time, you can tell them to look at the bottom for the instructions. Okay, so these are the 5 cards. So all I'm going to do is make one of those up, just to show you how you can do it literally from the box. And I'm not quite sure which one to do because they're all so nice and bright. I might just do this one because I love this with the background. Let me lift that up a little bit. So I'm hoping that is good enough for you to see. Okay, so the instructions are basically pictorial, and then it has some steps here on the left hand side, so it tells you to stamp, to stick with the glue dots, stick with dimensionals. Number 4 is tie the twine. Number 5 is wrap the twine around once, and 6 is wrap the twine around twice. So here it says 1, 2, 3 and 4, so that's nice and easy. Let's give that one a go. So step number 1 is to stamp the sentiment. Now I do like the Just a Note sentiment, I have to say, because you can use it for so many things. So let's grab the Night of Navy ink, the stamp here, Just a Note, like so. I'm going to pop that onto the block like that. Now I'll see how far up I can put that. It is so hot, isn't it? I can't imagine if you're in an office or anything without any air conditioning. Okay, so let us find, so they've used this one here, I believe. Now if I was doing the whole set, then I would stamp all of these on the piece of paper while it's still in its slot. Okay, so I just literally take each one and stamp them. And obviously there's 5 sets of these, one for each card. They've obviously used this one twice, so I literally go through each of the three sheets and do that. So let me just grab a piece of grid paper, just so I can stamp on the edge and see. So let me know if that the vision is working for you. So one thing I'll need to play with is the distance between the camera and what I'm stamping. But it seems to be so far so good. So I'm just going to break the seal on this ink pad. So these are called Stampin' Spots, and they're literally a 1-inch wide ink pad. They contain the same ink as our normal sized ink pads. So if you're an existing crafter, obviously you could use A, your own ink, and B, you could change the colour if you wanted a different colour. I'm just going to trim this off because I find it easier to have this separate rather than attached. So I'm going to ink this up, and the best way with these little inks is always to take the ink to the stamp, like so. And I'm just going to stamp it off first, because very often there's a film on these stamps, but that looks perfect. So I'm going to re-ink it. This would be great if you're going away, you know, to visit family or something, grandchildren or great-grandchildren. Take with you for them to have a go without ruining your own craft supplies. And the good thing is, even when you've made all of the cards, is that you still have the stamp set and some bits and pieces left over. So I'm just going to stamp this, going to get it roughly straight, and get this roughly straight. Okay, like so. Just a note, nice and bold. There it is. And as I say, these are stitched mostly on one side, but you could turn it over if you weren't happy with your stamping. Okay, so that was step number 1. Step number 2 was adhere using adhesive dots, and that is, you probably can't see these, but they've added these tiny little flowers over the front. I don't know if you can see that or not. So let's give that a go. me find that front one. Here it is. And so they put sort of 4 or 5. I'm just going to get 3 out, I think. 1, 2, 3. You could put little pearls in the center if you wanted to. And we're going to use these. So these are like glue dots, but on a sheet. So there'll be more than you need, as you can see. So all you need to do is pop one onto the back, like so, and then peel it off. And they've put theirs just sort of dotted around, really. They're very sweet. They're like, I say they're like plastic, but they are like a vellum. It's difficult to describe, really. They probably are. They're like a very hard vellum. Oops. Now, if I was doing this, I would put these on afterwards, because you don't necessarily know where your panel is going to go. So that would be my only observation of that. And it's quite difficult to get these out when your fingers are really hot. So if you prefer, you could use a pair of tweezers or something. Okay, put that one down there. So I've just got 3 on there, if you can see that in the detail. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is put the banner on with dimensionals. So they're using the green banner, which is this one here, garden green, and they're putting that on there, and they're using dimensionals for that. So find my dimensionals. So just to show you, this is a normal sheet of dimensionals, so it's almost like half as much again from there. And you can just turn this over, peel these away. 1, 2, 3. So one thing I am offering for anybody who buys any of the current kits from me is that I will do an online tutorial to go with it, so that if you are sending it to somebody who hasn't done any crafting, they can literally follow my tutorial if they wish. Okay, now they've got some Calypso coral, and it says tie twine in a bow. So what I'm going to do is just wrap it around my fingers, like so. This is where you need the scissors, apart from to get in the ink pad and get in the box. And then I like to just wrap this round the middle, so it's like a pretend bow. If I can just show you that. So I've just sort of hooked those around the middle. I'm going to tie a bow here. Try and do it without it sticking to everything in sight. So I can just pull this through and tidy it as I want. Okay. And then I'm going to tie this in a knot. Now what you could do is just double up the string and tie a standard bow if you wanted to. There's lots of other ways that you could do that. So I'm just going to trim this down. 1, 2, and then they've got it on the side there. And they've attached it with one of the glue dots, or 2 of the glue dots maybe. So let's take one off. Okay, I'm going to leave the backing on for the moment until I've decided where that's going to go. And then my just a note, just tucked under here, is going to go on the top like that. Now if you wanted to, you could stamp, you know, a corner of the lemon, okay, or you could stamp some of the leaves. Now obviously this, they haven't done that because this would require, unless you did it in navy blue, would require a different ink. But I think if you're an experienced crafter, that would be quite fun just to stamp that. I think what I'm going to do is stamp the leaves actually. So I am varying it slightly from the planned version, but why not? Okay, so let me move that up there slightly. I'm hoping that's still in your view. Looks like it. Oh, Marlene, bless you. Sorry, I didn't scroll down to see those. So enjoy some peace and quiet, Marlene. I think you've deserved it. You've had family what seems like every day for weeks. But I'm sure it's lovely to catch up with your grandchildren, or great-grandchildren even. So I'm going to stamp those, and I think I'll stamp it in green and just colour it in with some green. Let's have a look. They've got Just Jade on there, I think. So I've got Just Jade blends. Maybe I'll just stamp it in the blue. Why not? Keep it the same. So this is in addition to their suggestion. Okay, now what I will do for anybody who orders the kit is I will come up with some other designs, as well as making the 3 different cards from the kit, 5 of each. I will come up with some additional designs, because these lemons and stuff are such fun, especially if you've got anybody who lives in Spain, for example, where they have, you know, fruit and stuff growing at home. So I'm going to pop that one there like so. I'm fine, thank you, Marlene, I'm fine. In fact, I'm more than fine because of the news of my daughter passing her degree with a first. We expected it, but you just never know, do you? You don't like to count your chickens. I certainly don't anyway. Okay, so I've added those on there, and I'm just going to colour those in. I'm just going to let that dry for a second. Now they had this underneath. Which I think it will. Maybe I made mine a bit bulky. Just seems a shame to cover it up, doesn't it? I think I might just put mine in there. So I know it's not quite as is, but I just think it's nice to vary it a little bit and have it on show. So let's pop that there. Let's colour this in and then put it together. And I do love the envelope, so for those of you that didn't see the beginning, oh thank you Marlene. Yes, I'm very proud of her because she's done a great job. She's done it all herself. She got herself through, she booked all her accommodation, she found a rental place. Yeah, just amazing really. So we're all very pleased for her. And now she's been offered a place to do a master's, so she's very excited about that too. Okay, so this is mimicking the colours in the card. So this is just jade, but obviously you could leave it plain if you wanted to, if you didn't have the colours. I meant to do those the other way around. I meant to have them, oh no, that was right. Oh yeah, it is going in. It's funny how I thought it was different. Hey ho. One proud mum, I sure am. And I think she's the, I might be wrong, I think she's the only McCormack that's been to university. So I didn't go to university. Not that that's my surname anyway. All my brothers and sisters did, just not me. And her father didn't. Sadly he's passed away, which is really sad because he'd have been so proud of her achievements. Okay, I'm going to put that on with dimensionals. So, but I can't even celebrate with her. She's over in Northern Ireland at the moment with her boyfriend, so I'm sure they will celebrate out there. I think that's all of them. So let me know if this is better focusing wise for you, if I need to bring it in a bit closer or further out so you can see what I'm doing. Just let me know. So I think I'm going to have that slightly to the left like so, and then have this just there, I think, to pick up this Calypso coral in here. So just taking the backing off the glue dot if I can. I'll have to bring it closer so I can see it, sorry. There we go. Like so. And then these are the flowers, so if you wanted to you could add a bit of bling, so why not? So these are our new sequins that come in 4 different colours. Look quite nice on there. Let's give them a go. Makes them look a bit like daffodils. But you could just put some plain ones on, or just leave them as they are. They're quite sweet. There we go. And we also have some Calypso coloured ones, so that would also work, these ones here. So they're faceted sequins, but they're self-adhesive, so you don't have to mess with glue to stick them down. So there we go. Let's have a look. So there is my card. Let's fold that over. A bit nice and straight. That's very cute. Now the question is, which envelope am I going to put with it? And I guess it has to be this one, doesn't it, really? Because the other ones are plain. Although the mango is rather nice with the dots, isn't it? But I'm going to get away with that one to go with it. So there we go. One nice easy card straight from the box. Okay, so I have added a little bit of bling and this. Okay, but if you were a beginner, I think you could work that out just from the photographic instructions. So let me just run through what you get in the box, if anybody is interested to see that, if you joined us after the beginning. So you get, let's put this on a white surface. You get this stamp set. You can see that, just about. So just a note, hello sunshine, thanks for being you, way to go. And then we've got fruit, some leaves, some little flowers. Okay, oh, and hello sunshine. You get these fantastic base cards. Look at the depth of colour in these. So you get 3 of the Mango Melody, 3 of the Garden Green, 3 of Just Jade, 3 of the Calypso with the spots, and 3 of these with the lemons. So 15 cards, 5 designs, 3 of each, and then you get the fancy envelopes to go with them. So 2 designs, one's with the fruit on and one's with the Mango Melody dotty pattern. And you get a whole pack, a whole selection of glue dots and a large pack, whoops, of dimensionals. You get some Calypso Coral Linen Thread Baker's Twine. You get a block for the stamps. You get these lovely sort of vellum type flowers. I'm not 100% sure what they're made of. And then you get all of these die cuts as well. So there's 3 each of those. And there's 3 each of those panels. And then you get 3 of these, which are for stamping your sentiments on. And obviously you could put the sentiments on the inside as well, so I could have just a note and then way to go on the inside. That would be a good one for my daughter. So that's the next thing I've got to do, is make her a congratulations card. So that is the kit. It is £30. See who's commented there. Oh, thank you, Katie. And I think it is called Simply Citrus. And you get the box, obviously, to store everything in. It's just got pretty lemons on the top. And obviously you get the instructions. So it's called an all-inclusive kit because it has everything you need to make those designs as they've shown them there. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm going to leave it short and sweet because I know everybody is sweltering in this heat, and if you're sat in front of a computer or what have you, you might be requiring a cold drink. So let me know if the new technology is an improvement. Certainly I can see an improvement in terms of not autofocusing all the time. but let me know if I need to improve the height and whether I need to drop this down a little bit further. So there we go. Thank you so much. I do hope you have a good weekend. Thank you, Jeanette, Katie, Marlene, Carol, she's still there, and anybody else who joined us. The one thing I can't see is who's actually online unless you've commented, so I apologise if you've joined me and I've not acknowledged you. This Facebook Live will be obviously on the Facebook page, and I have made a much more concerted effort to upload those to YouTube, but I believe that the Facebook Lives, as I'm doing them now, should be more easily accessible on my Facebook page, as Facebook are constantly changing things around. So if you can't find them on there, you can click on videos, or you can click search for kit, for example, or you can hop to YouTube if you prefer to use that. So thanks so much for joining me. I'm off for a cold drink now. I really appreciate your support. Take care and look after each other, look after your loved ones, and I do hope you can keep crafting. Thank you so much. Bye bye.